Hello everyone. In today's topic we are starting new topic of statistics, that is called Pearson's coefficient of skewness. This topic is compulsory for 5 marks. That means there will be compulsory a question depending upon this topic for 5 marks. For Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness, the formula is given as that is equals to mean minus mode upon standard deviation. Now all of you know how to find mean, how to find mode, and how to find standard deviation. In previous lecture we have seen how to what is the formula for mean, what is the formula for mode and standard deviation. Also you have learned this mean, mode, median from 9th or 10th 11th 12th in that classes also. So firstly now this is the formula. As per according to the formula, first we have to calculate mean, mode and the standard deviation and apply the value to the formula. So firstly I have seek the one example here. Calculate the Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. The data is given here. CI stand for class interval, that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50, 50 to 60 are the class intervals. And their regarding frequencies are given 5, 13, 4, 7, 6, 5. Now here the data is given in class group form. As we are in higher classes, so the data is always provided to you in group form. That means we are seeing this Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness for group data here now. Whenever we consider the group data, there are some drawbacks of that term also. That means we have to check whether the classes are continuous or not. Continuous classes means the lower bound of the upper bound of first class is the lower bound of second class. See here 0 to 10 is the class, 0 is lower bound, 10 is upper bound. Here 10 is lower bound, 20 is upper bound. That means the continuity of this is always formed, so therefore the data is known as here continuous classes or continuous data. And the regarding frequency is always given. Now we have to calculate the Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness now here for this data. As already we have seen the formula, while calculating the Carl Pearson's coefficient, we have to calculate first of all mean, then mode and then standard deviation. So we proceed for one by one now. First of all I convert this data into tabular form. So I have written first column of class interval CI 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. Secondly, in second column I have written all the regarding frequencies, that is first class having 5, second 13, 5, 4, 7, 6, 5 and last class is having frequency 5 here. Then regarding the each class I have find x value. X is the mid value of class interval. All of you know how to find out the mid value. Mid value means lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2. So x is equals to this 0 plus 10 upon 2 is equals to 5. So regarding to each classes I have find the mid value. So that is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45 and 50. 55 are the boundary mid values. Then next column is Fi Xi. That means whatever xi value we find, x values find, we have to take the multiplication of these two columns, Fi into xi, that is frequency into mid value. So 5 5s are 25, 13 15s are 195, 25 4s are 100, 35 7s are 245, 45 6s are 270 and lastly 55 5s are 275. I have taken the summation of these values also. Next now after getting this I have calculated the mean value here. So mean x bar is equals to summation Fi xi upon summation Fi. So that is equals to now summation values I have put here, that is 1110 upon 40, that is total frequency. So here 0 0 get cancelled. If we divide here 27.75 is the mean here. Now next is we have to calculate mode also. Now from this data we have seen that to calculate the mode we have to check the frequency column here. So in this frequency column maximum frequency is 13 here. So the maximum frequency is our F1 value, that is maximum. Below that is after that is now 4 and before that is 5. So before is F0, this is F1 and after is F2. So the here 13 is the highest. So regarding class is known as here model class. So 20 to 10 to 20 is our model class. So I have written here, yes, 13 is the highest frequency, that is F1 is equals to 30, F0 is equals to 5 and F2 is equals to 4 and 10 to 20 is our model class. So therefore I can consider now mode formula. mode is equals to L plus H into F1 minus F0 upon 2 F1 minus F0 into minus F2 here. So L is the lower bound of modal class, so 10 to 20 is modal class, its lower bound is 10, so therefore L is equals to 10. H means the difference between this class interval or class width. So 50 60 they are having 10 difference of 10 digits, so 10 values, so therefore H is equals to 10. F1 minus F0, F1 is equals to 13, F0 is equals to 5 upon 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2, so that is 2 into 13 minus 5 minus 4. So next is 10 as it is, 13 minus 5 is 8, 8 into 10 are 80, 13 2s are 26, 26 minus 9 is 70. So after taking temperature, this value is 4.70, so therefore plus 10, mode is equals to 14.70. So this is regarding with the mode. Now how to add the columns in the table? We have seen here that columns are depending upon the value of a formula requirement. Next part is now standard deviation. Standard deviation is denoted by sigma. It is equals to under root of summation fi into xi minus x bar square upon summation fi. Now summation fi is I have already, x bar is founded, so I have to consider first of all x minus x bar and then take its multiplication with fi value. So for that I have written here one column, that is f into x minus x bar bracket square. I have taken directly in this for example. In next example I have shown how to calculate that value also. So that is equals to now x minus x bar value is equals to 27.75. so each x value, that means here I have considered first x value is now my 5. So 5 minus 27.75, that is 2 minus 22.75, its square and into this f5. So according to that I have taken these all values and take its sum here. So the last row is now my summation row, so frequencies addition fi xi and this value. So according to that I have considered the values. Now summation fi xi minus x bar square is equals to 10,597.50 upon summation fi, that is 40. So division, by taking its division and dividing taking its root, whatever output is come, take its root, that value is equals to 16.27. I have taken directly the value, so sigma is equals to 60.27. Now coefficient of skewness is equals to mean minus mode upon standard deviation. Mean is 27.75 minus mode is 14.70 and standard deviation is 16.27. So take its subtraction and divide by this, so we get here 0.8020. So therefore Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness is 0.8020. Now in this example I also find that value is equals to positive. In next example we will see the more in detail. Next, find Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness for following data. I have already write down the data in tabular form, not write it again and again. So data is given in class intervals. Classes are continuous where not from origin. Origin means first value is equals to 0 to onwards. That is not given here. So first class is 55 to 65. Second is 65 to 75. Next class is 75 to 85, 85 to 92, up to last is 115 to 125. Each having frequencies now 10, 12, 15, 20, 14, 7 and 2. So I have written here x column, that is mid values of this class. 55 plus 65 is equals to 120. Upon 2 is 60, so the mid value is 60. As it having mid value is 60, that means all are having differences of 10. So the xi value is also having the differences of 10. So 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 and 120 or 120. These are the xi values. So next column is now fi xi, because we are proceeding firstly for now mean value. So 60 into 10, that is 600. 70 into 12, 12 sevens are 84, so that will be 840. 15 eights are 120, 0 as it is 1200. 20 into 90, that become 1800. 14 into 100, 1400. 7 into 110, 770. 120 into 2, that is 240 here. So I have taken its summation here. So 6850 are the value. and frequencies addition is now sum of all the column is 80 here. So this is the regarding with the term. Now after getting fi xi, we are eligible to find out the mean here. So therefore mean x bar is equals to summation fi xi upon summation fi. So therefore that is 6850 upon 80. 0 get cancelled, so divide this. So x bar is equals to 85.625. so mode value is here, mean value is given here. Now next we are starting for the mode value. Now from table here I obtain here. Now see the frequency column. Now see the frequency column. In the frequency column highest frequency is 20 here, so that is f1 value. Regarding class is now modal class, so 85 to 90 is my modal class. Now before the maximum value is 15, that is f0, and after that is 14, so that is f2 here. So after getting now f1, f0, f2, and also from the classes we are getting the difference or h is equals to 10 here. So I have seen here or mentioned here from table we get f is equals to 20 is maximum frequency, so the corresponding class is modal class, that is modal class is 85 to 95. Also f0 is equals to 15, f1 is equals to 20, and f2 is equals to 14, as lower bound L is equals to 85, so mode is equals to now L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2 f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h here. So lower bound L is equals to 85 plus f1 is 20, so 20 minus f0 is 15 upon 2 f1, that is 22 is 40 minus f0 15 minus f2 is 14 into 10, so 20 minus 15, that will be 5 tens are 15, then minus 15 minus 14 becomes minus 29, so 14 upon minus 29, that will be 11. So 85 plus 50 upon 14, that will be 4.55 plus 85 is 89.55. So the mode value is 89.54. Next we are proceeding for standard deviation. Sigma is equals to under root of fi xi minus x bar square upon summation fi. So from this, among these we have fi value, so we have to calculate the numerator. As we have seen in the first part, that mean x bar is equals to